Awesome. Okay. We're back.
Freaking
All right.
Igor.
Once again, if you all have an idea that like they pique his interest, right? Because Igor was caught in a lie that he had a treasure and isn't giving any proof as to having a treasure. So this man has started to lose interest. So unless you all have an idea, or yeah,
Nevin will lean in and do the where the waves crash, which seemed to be the password. What he heard before.
Kind of looks as he walks past, as Nevin says that if you were all pirates, then you didn't have to. You don't have to be as cloak and daggers as the other individuals here. Are these couple with you, or this just
Yep. These several people are with me. Part of my crew, as it were.
Do you all have your cut?
Yep.
Do you pat like a coin purse or anything like that?
Sure.
Yeah. You say the words, you show the coin putt. All right. Gee, freaking new people always signing. All right, follow me.
Oh man.
I just realized there was something Igori could have actually used. Damn it.
This man looks up, looks at all of you there. He kind of sees there, sees a little cat. Where'd the
Oh no.
looks over at Nevin. Kind of gives a "Is this one with you?" look.
Yep. I give a nod of affirmation.
All right. Guy looks over at the Leonin. New patrons kind of rolls his eyes, seeing the small cat again. And they open.
Yennefer looks up at the Leonin and says, I'm sorry. You're right. This isn't the place for string. I'm sorry I didn't believe you.
Aww.
Shakes his head.
I was so excited, but I looked all over and you're right, there's no string here. I looked under all the chairs and on top of all the chairs and on all the shelves and the tables, and there's no string here.
I'm gonna have to shut the door soon.
I'm gonna help to usher Yennefer in. Come on, let's go. Yep. We'll give you lots of string once we're done. Come on.
Oh man.
Come on.
All right. And as you all enter into this back room with a very well-crafted tables, beautiful chairs all passed around, you see a deck of cards in front of, with about 2 or 3 cards in front of each of these people. You see this wonderfully dressed owlin with brown feathers, a deep black beak, wearing a long overcoat with some silver inlining, and he looks to have a little bit of a scowl upon his face as you all enter. And with that, we're going to take a break there.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
Cliffhanger.
So everybody, we're going to take about, let's say, we're going to be back at 10:15, everybody.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So thank you, everybody. We'll be right back. Sorry for the crash. Bye.
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 Welcome back, everybody. So, as you all head into the back room, you see that there's this Allen folk of a little bit of tattered brown feathers, a dark black beak. He has an overcoat on with some silver trimmings. He sits at the head of the table as other two rough and tumble individuals kind of take their seats, staring you all down as he points at the nicely cushioned chairs. Please, everyone, take a seat if you will. I've heard you're here to pay homage. Some of you all look a little bit of new faces, ones I haven't met before. It'd be a pleasure to meet you all.
Well, you might not have seen me, but I'm sure you've heard of Igori, world-renowned wizard. At your service.
Oh, a world-renowned wizard, you say? I apologize, I don't get much in the wizarding world, as you know. Safe our magic's a little bit limited of those who get to have it, so not well versed in that regard. But it's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Igori, was it?
Yes, pleasure to meet you too, sir.
So, how can I help you?
You are pretty.
Thank you. I'm quite proud of my plumage. You have quite the nice red coat, I have to say.
Rue's just standing and kind of leaning against the wall nearby, just listening in.
Well, our captain here, as he points towards Nevin. Just pointing like captain.
What?
Tell him why we're here. Because Igori already lied and failed, so he can't continue with his story.
Yes. Rue will explain.
Me?
Yes.
No, you got it.
You see, he takes out one of his very long talons and scrapes it across the table and starts to tap. Someone will explain the next one. I believe it was repointed back to you, Mr. Harrigan. Nevin, was it? How about you start explaining before I lose my patience?
Rue kind of like shifts, sort of hesitantly, like on guard a little bit, like just a little bit more protective, I guess. But she's just watching.
What was that, young one?
I'm here for string. I was told this was the best place to get string.
Yennefer, for the love of everything.
If you're all
don't.
here to waste my time.
We heard there had been a.
No, I'm
ship
here to
crash.
pay you for string.
Yennefer should.
She was
There-
dropped on her
there-
head when she was
we'd
younger.
heard-
Don't mind her.
We'd heard that there was a ship crash. Or that we were looking to retrieve the salvage of a notable scroll and string.
You heard of a vessel or you know of a vessel?
We know of a vessel.
All right. And what can I do for you all?
We're looking for a crew to help in the salvage thereof.
Well, we're not... I do apologize, but our kind aren't really known for salvaging ships. If you're in here and you're here to pay homage, you know how to get into the door. You would be well versed in that we are more of the raiding variety. So if it's a ship that you know that is incoming, then we're more than happy to pillage it, as long as it isn't a resident of our fair town. But if it's something to salvage off of the bottom of the sea, that's not really our interest.
You mentioned the rating kind. That isn't what we originally expected. But do you know of anything like if you I assume you know the lay of the land and the people. You look like a distinguished gentle owl there. Um, if there's any way to explore the sea, explore the bottom of the sea.
Currently, as we are, the only people who can deep dive far enough for most of the ships are the sea elves. Very rare, but we do have a couple in town, and I heard, well, it's common knowledge at this point. There's a woman named Eloise. She's working on some type of contraption to help with that. And we're all rooting for her here because if she hits it big, well, I bring more people to the town. More people to town means more deeper pockets. More deeper pockets mean people that, like I said, we'd be able to raid.
Sounds fantastic. Who knows what magical items and money and treasures they might have. But
Exactly.
we heard in the rumor mill that that something has happened. Um, that there that there this what did you say it was? You the inventor? Sh Like she was trying to make it big with this some sort of suit. Um,
Yes, Eloise. She's between me and you. She was looking for a little benefactors back in the day, and well, like I said, her invention intrigued us. People have always been wanting to delve into the coastline to salvage old wreckages and ships. Well, like I said, not really our bag, but people who usually pay for that type of thing have pretty deep pockets. We heard of a gentleman downstairs, looks over at Igori, who matches your description, who was looking for that type of service. We were, of course, going to send you in the right direction for people who offer you that, but us ourselves, not really in that. But people who want to look into the old ships off the coast after the war, well, we think they'd be lured here more with the idea of this invention and, like I said, deeper pockets. People who aren't really a part of our community that, if a couple of their items go missing or a sack or two of gold, well, no one in this town will look twice.
no, yeah, they just by chance happen to drop their coin purse, and if you stumble across it and you cannot identify whose it was, then what's wrong with keeping it? You know.
Yes, exactly. So I lead back to the question, why exactly are you all here?
What?
I don't have
Don't
string.
mind. Don't mind
I
the
don't.
string.
We don't. You can go down to the local tailor's. He has yarn and all spindles of types of things down there. I believe his name Danvin. If you go down to Danvin, he sells string.
Rue kind of stands there and like rubs her temples, and she like mutters to herself, "At least they don't think she's talking about drugs."
But as we were just talking about your famous inventor, we tried visiting her establishment, and she seems quite distraught, like something has happened. She doesn't seem to be but she barely mentioned it at all. She seemed quite upset when we tried to talk about it.
All right, and why are? What exactly happened? Why are you asked? I'm confused as to where this conversation is going.
I don't know what happened, but I am as you said, well, as I said, I'm a renowned wizard, and I've invented many things and discovered many things. I invented the question mark. I've done great deeds for the magical and knowledgeable world. And if by chance we can figure out a way to perchance see this suit, get its designs, anything like that, then Igori can slap his name on it, and once again, gift to the world.
Let me get this right. You've come in here to try and get me to steal from Eloise.
No, not steal from Eloise, but give us any information that you can, because it doesn't seem like she wants to share it with anyone.
Well,
For
no,
whatever
that's her
reason.
invention. Currently, you haven't been listening as we've been having this conversation, I don't believe. We don't steal from our own here. And like I said, I need Eloise's invention to come from here. Because if it doesn't come from here, then people won't be drawn to this town. So if your idea is to take this invention as your own and sell it everywhere else, you can count me out.
I see.
Theoretically
He's
speaking,
just upset because
we're-
Eloise rejected him.
Oh,
What do you mean? We're meeting
No.
up after this.
He talks.
Oh, so
Anyway.
You both hot air. You should listen to the captain. He knows what's up.
one second here.
theoretically,
So you all have actually talked to Eloise. This isn't a hypothetical anymore.
yes.
No, this is what I said. I said she didn't seem to want to talk about it.
But yeah, say someone else had stolen the invention. Can you think of anyone else who would have interest in it?
Are you saying that someone actually did steal her invention?
I suppose.
Yeah,
Can-
someone who smokes cigars.
oh, jeez.
Cigars from this
Oh.
establishment?
Yeah, that's why we're here. We're not trying to pull a fast one on you. We're just trying to help Eloise.
He rubs his temple. That idiot.
Who's
Let's
that
just not.
idiot?
First let's get past all the cloak and daggers here and get on the same page. Are we in fact confirming that someone stole Eloise's suit?
Yes.
Yes.
We were afraid
And
you weren't
you're-
on the up and up.
I can
'Cause of
understand
the
that.
scar. But
And
I
you
trust
all
you.
here
You're
to-
pretty.
Your big talon hand pats you on the head. You're pretty kitty.
She looks very proud of
Alright.
herself.
And you're all here trying to, I'm guessing, see if we stole the suit.
That would be correct.
Precisely.
Well, Eloise didn't tell us she was working with you. All we found was this cigar.
She doesn't know she's working with me. We went through another man as a private investor to get this done. If you're telling me that it got stolen and one of our cigars were found there, then I can only think of it as an idiot. I think I know who stole Eloise's suit. One of our
Well-
younger... Yes?
Never mind. You were about to answer my question. I was about to say, point us in the direction of said idiot. Please.
We have a younger member. He has, in fact, been missing since last evening. I'm guessing her suit was stolen sometime through the night?
Yes, last
Yeah,
night.
'cause they didn't
Presumably,
take
yes.
anything else.
No, no, he wouldn't have. We have a small half-sea elf in our crew. Goes by the name Xanavaran. Came back to me about 2 months back or so. Almost 3 months back after the last Tulamine moon. Said he saw a glow out in the sea. And he tried to do the same thing that, and points at Igor, this gentleman over here did. And tried to get us to go out there and see if there's some type of vessel. He says he swam down and saw one. But due to the fact that he only has half-blood of the sea elves, he couldn't hold his breath long enough to get down there himself. Tried to get us to assist, but we don't have any full-blood sea elves on our crew, so we couldn't investigate, and we don't do shipwreckage. We do raids. And then he, about a month or so back, spouting off one day while drunk, thinking about stealing Eloise's suit. I told him, she was off limits. Told the same thing I told you. An item of that design could bring quite renown to our town, and with renown, money flows. People with deep pockets show up. People that aren't a part of our community. It seems he ignored my warnings.
Wow, he's really dumb and he's not even orange.
Dumb is an understatement at this point, little one.
I would say imbecile. Maybe.
That's a good one. Dead man